and as a fellow Canadian, I call dibs on introducing it. You may also recognize one of the developers' voices from there.
Così?
I call dibs on introducing a two.
The world is extremely satisfying.
Ah, sì. E
Everyone's
dopo
free.
una mega lagata.
Thanks for watching, and wishlist the game to stay tuned.
A two-person team in Canada has been developing this next game in absolute
Perché avevo
secrecy
visto quelle
for the
immagini?
last
Oh,
3 years.
è stata
And as a
pubblicità.
fellow Canadian, I call dibs on introducing it. You may also recognize one of the developers' voices from their wildly popular YouTube channel. From Nanopark Studios and I Am 8-Bit Presents, prepare yourself for... wait for it.
Oh, ora per me. Ah, no. Bella.
Hello there, my name's Brandon.
And I'm Danny, and we are here to show you our game, Pedal Runner.
Questo gioco sembra tanto...
Pedal Runner is a
Non ricordo
retro-flavored
più.
slice-of-life RPG where you play as a motorcycle courier that delivers pets to people in a city called Sapphire Valley.
In Sapphire Valley, the company Hannah Pets has developed new devices called leap
Quelle
cells
vecchie
to power the
console,
newest
cose del
generation
genere,
of
non mi ricordo
digital
bene come
pets
si chiama.
by using an unexpected fuel source: flowers.
Leap cells are delivered and installed by specialized couriers known as pedal runners. As a pedal runner, this installation involves planting the cell and calibrating it by performing a sequence of quick and varied minigames. Once that calibration is complete, the new Hannah pet begins to farm.
Come fanno però molto impazzire questo...
You play as Callie, who's a new recruit in the Pedal Runner program. So being new in town and with a bit of a shy personality, Callie does encounter a few challenges along the way.
Tutto
Just from the
pixelato
difficulty
non
of dealing
fa
with customers
impazzire.
or talking to people in general, to their rivalry with a fellow recruit. Fortunately, Callie is joined by their pet companion, Kira.
Kira is unique in that he's an older type of Hannah Pets, which is a simpler and now obsolete handheld model. So with that outdated tech, Kira has some quirks, like his battery isn't always reliable. But he's way more outgoing than Callie, and so he's great to have around when meeting new people. He's practically indispensable. The Pedal Runner program will take Callie and Kira through the 4 unique districts of Sapphire Valley. Along the way, mysterious occurrences will begin to surface, and we will encounter individuals who think that there may be more to uncover about the new Hannah Pets sensation.
So, it's got motorcycles, robots, there's flowers, there's pets. We tried to really give the story some heart to it, and we just hope you have fun playing.
And thanks for checking out Pedal Runner.
Pentarella proprio...
Developed in
Come
Shanghai by Pollard Studio, our next game is a dystopian thriller that's as every bit Orwellian as it is Lynchian. It's a tale of temporal technologies, unimaginable body horrors, and psychedelic nightmares. This is Karma, the Dark World.
嗨，各位好，我是 Karma the Dark World 的创意总监王永鹤。我们团队月朗工作室来自于中国上海，团队的目标是带给全球玩家有趣且有深度的叙事驱动类游戏。很荣幸借此机会向各位玩家展示由我们才华横溢的月朗团队所制作的第一款游戏《Karma the Dark World》。
No, questo mi sembra un po' esagerato. È un horror però molto pesante. Dio mio, questo così.
这是一款第一人称叙事驱动类的心理恐怖游戏。玩家将扮演利维坦思想局的任务干员丹尼尔，他的主要任务目的是潜入嫌疑人的大脑，并调查事件的真相。玩家将在2个不同的世界中进行冒险，去体验完全不同的情绪和故事。一个是在反乌托邦的现实世界，你将了解到扭曲、压抑、毫无人性的社会观。
Ci metterò poi i sottotitoli in italiano prima di portarlo su YouTube.
另一个是用记忆所构建的脑中世界，你将看见诡异恐怖的画面，但却包含了令人痛心的真相。在这个游戏中，作为探员，你需要坚守意志，效忠这座城市的掌控者利维坦公司。但直到有一天，你发现正在调查的案件发生了翻天覆地的变化，你冰冷的心从此开始逐渐融化。
What have I done?
这就是卡玛的 Dark World， 一个你从没有体验过。
Ancora meglio. Usiamo Google Traduttore.
The Pet Runner program will take Callie and Kira through the 4 unique districts.
的创意总监王永鹤，我们团队约尔工作室。
Vabbè, fino a High, sì. Ciao.
嗨，各位好，我是卡玛的 Dark World 的创意总监王永鹤，我们团队约尔工。
Una cosa. Non si capisce niente. Il nostro team di sviluppo vola adesso studio sede a Shanghai, in Cina.
工作室来自于中国上海，团队的目标是带。
L'obiettivo del team è offrire giochi coinvolgenti basati sulla narrativa a giocatori di tutto il mondo.
给全球玩家有趣且有深度的叙事驱动类游戏。很荣幸借此。
E per noi è un grande onore presentare il primo gioco sviluppatore del team di Pollard.
World。 这是一款第一人称叙事驱
Questo è
动
un
类的
gioco
心理恐怖
horror
游戏。玩家
psicologico
将扮
narrativo
演
in
利维
prima
坦思想局的任
persona.
务干。
I giocatori assumeranno il ruolo di Daniel,
丹尼尔，
un
他的主要
agente
任务目的是
delle
潜入嫌疑人的
Vindano
大脑，并调查事件的真相。
veloce.
玩家将在2
A
个不
scoprire
同
la
的世界
verità
中进行冒
dietro
险，去
gli
体验完全
eventi.
不同。
Video emozionanti e storie completamente
一
diverse.
个是在反乌托邦的现实世界，
Uno del Oh, uno nel stipendio, il mondo reale deve, dove preferisci?
你将了解到扭曲
Conoscere la visione sociale distorte e oppressive.
压抑、毫无人性的社会观。另一个是用记忆所构建。
Niente, mi toccherà scrivere a mano. Non l'altro modo per ricordare creato dal cervello dove
的脑中世界，你将看见诡异。
no, niente. Continua. Sarà testimone di una scena terrificante oppure continenti in verità strazianti.
以恐怖的画面，但却包含了令人痛心的真相。在这个游戏中，作为
Questo gioco, come
探员，
agente
需要
devi
坚守一
rimanere
直效忠这座城市的掌控者
risoluto
利维坦
a
公司。
sa fedele al controllo della città, Leviathan Corporation.
但直到有一天，你发现
Ma un giorno scoprì una svolta nel caso su cui stai indagando.
正在调查的案件发生了翻天覆地的变化。你冰冷的
Facendo sì che il tuo cuore freddo si scioglie gradualmente.
心从此开始逐渐融化。
What have I done?
这就是卡玛的 Dark World， 一个你从没有体验。
Un gioco distopico con una forte cinematica,
带有浓厚电
stile visivo che non hai mai sperimentato
影
prima.
风格的反乌托邦游戏。如果你想要了解
Se vuoi sapere di più sulla verità della storia, visita il
更
nostro
多关于这
sito
个
web.
故事的最后的真相，请访问我们的网站 karmadarkworld.com， 我们会第一时间告知你试玩。
Informeremo sulla data di uscita
玩的 demo 相关时间。
della demo
最
il
后，
più
请大家
possibile.
享受预告。
Infine, godetevi il trailer e godetevi il gioco e godetevi la vita.
Fuck!
My prosthetic! This isn't real. This can't be real.
Farà vedere questo Stefano.
I will echo.
How do you follow up making 2 of the best indie games of all time? Make 50 more. That's what's happening with UFO 50. This is from the team at Mossmouth, who made Spelunky and Spelunky 2. It's as if you took the modern design sensibilities of today and went back in time and made an entire console worth of retro games. And it's coming so soon.
Hi, I'm Derek. I'm John, and we're part of the team of indie developers working on UFO 50, a collection of 50 games. You heard that correctly, that's 50 brand new games.
Peccato la musichetta.
First and foremost, these are not mini games. Some of the games are smaller, like arcade-style games. Others are quite large, with expansive worlds to explore. But every single game is a complete experience, from its opening title screen to its ending credits. There's a story that connects all these games too. We invented a fictional company called UFO Soft that developed these games for a fictional 80s game console. This company's history spans from 1982 to 1990, and the games get more technically advanced as the years go on. And as you explore the timeline, you'll find that some games have sequels or recurring characters. We also thought about the limitations of the hardware. We devised a strict 32-color palette as well as audio restrictions to make you feel like you're in the world of UFO 50, no matter which game you're playing. But one area where we didn't limit ourselves is in the game's designs. We were happy to build on modern game design and genres, and we strived to make sure that each game felt like a unique experience. Our goal isn't just to remind you of a bygone era, it's also to provide 50 fresh experiences. We like to think that UFO Soft was a company that was ahead of its time. All of the games are unlocked from the start, so you can explore the collection in your own way. Every game's not going to be everyone's favorite, but figuring out which games you like is part of the fun. With so much variety, you're sure to find something to get lost in, whether you prefer fast-paced action games or thinky strategy games. And we all have fond memories of going to a friend's house and browsing their game library for something to play together. So half of UFO 50's games have multiplayer, either co-op or versus. Needless to say, UFO 50 has been in development for a long time. But today, we're very excited to finally announce a release date. That's right,
Giochi sicuramente
UFO
peggiori di
50
quelle che avevamo
is
visto
coming
ieri.
to Steam on
Visto ieri
September
questo
18th.
qua.
Please find our Steam page and wishlist the game so that you can be notified when it comes out.
The developer of this next game should be a pretty familiar face, so it should be no surprise what they've cooked up. But nevertheless, it's still a world premiere. So take it away, Spry Fox.
Netflix è un filmato nel mondo dei
Hi everyone,
games.
I'm Dave Ettery, the co-founder and studio manager of Spryfox.
And I'm Jamie Antonise, lead narrative designer of Cozy Grove Camp Spirit.
We hope you enjoyed the worldwide premiere of Cozy Grove Camp Spirit. We're really grateful to be a part of Day of the Devs alongside so many creative and inspiring developers. We started Spryfox 14 years ago with the goal of making the world a happier place. This is the first game we're launching since we became part of Netflix. That's allowed us to focus all of our energies on making this game as delightful and meaningful as possible, and to bring it to all Netflix users without any advertisements or in-app purchases of any kind. We feel really lucky.
As you just saw, Cozy Grove Camp Spirit takes place on a haunted island where you'll assist an unusual assortment of troubled but insanely cute ghostly bears. Each bear has a unique personality and backstory that unfolds through your interactions with them. It's a spooky but heartwarming life sim game where your small daily acts of kindness advance the story.
We want Cozy Grove Camp Spirit to be a game that you can come back to at your own pace for months, if not years to come. We want it to be a game that brings you joy and relaxation whenever you need it most. And hopefully, it'll be a game with a story that sticks with you forever because the characters really make you care.
Cozy Grove Camp Spirit is launching soon, so pre-register now on your mobile app store to be the first Spirit Scout on the island. We'll see you there.
Are you a dog lover? Then you'll be super into our next title. Hell, I'm more into cats, but this game is just so cute, I can't help but be into it. Enjoy this teaser from Studio Tolima and publisher Don't Know, featuring a puppy and their person.
Hey, hello everyone. My name is Ben. I'm the founder and creative director at Studio Tolima. We're a small indie studio based in Brussels, Belgium, and we are working on our first title, Koira. Koira is a narrative game where you wake up in a snowy forest and encounter a small puppy who got trapped. You set him free, and together you go on a beautiful adventure and set out to reach Koira's house. This relationship is really at the heart of our game. In Koira, you go through a musical forest, filled with sounds to discover and interact with. For example, each character and animal in the forest is voiced by a different instrument. And you can use their voice to interact with the world, to activate ancient statues, to speak to whimsical animals, and to earn the trust of the puppy. To progress through the story, you can also manipulate items and use your new companion's unique abilities. With these, you can solve puzzles, but you can also just play together. For example, by playing fetch, building snowmen, or my personal favorite, playing hide and seek. As they journey through the winter wonderland, they encounter obstacles, they share laughs, and they save other woodland creatures. But if winter is magical, it's also dangerous. And they are not alone in this forest. Mysterious hunters are lurking around and following them. Our goal with Koira is to create a universal tale which focuses on the emotional journey. We want to create a game that is as immersive and intuitive as possible. It's a game without any text nor dialogue. The whole story is brought to life through expressive hand-drawn art, frame-by-frame animation, and a beautiful original soundtrack. Let yourself be carried away by the magical and serene atmosphere of the forest. Contemplate and play at your own pace. We can't wait to share more with you. So if you'd like to be one of the first one to hear about what we're up to
Visto così
and our
comunque non
upcoming
è
demo,
male.
please head over to our Steam page to wishlist the game. Thanks again,
E
and we
se
look forward to
meno
sharing more with you.
una persona in mezzo all'ombra e quello forse
I love a good puzzle game,
un
especially one with a
gattino
really
anche
elegant
lui in
design
mezzo
that
all'ombra.
evolves as you play. Better yet if it's got a beautiful art style or a captivating narrative to pull you through. Well, this game has all of that. This is Arranger from indie supergroup Furniture and Mattress.
Hola, soy Nico Recabarren de Mendoza, Argentina. Hace un tiempo hice un juego de puzzles multiplayer. Hola, soy Nico Recabarren de...
Non si capisce niente. Sono Nico. Di Monza, Argentina.
Mendoza, Argentina. Hace un tiempo...
Qualche tempo fa ho realizzato un pluripremiato gioco di puzzle chiamato Ethan.
Hice un juego de puzzles multipremiado llamado Ethereal, junto con Tommy Batista. Desde entonces... Hemos estado trabajando...
Allora abbiamo lavorato duro su un'avventura molto più ambiziosa.
En una aventura mucho más ambiciosa, junto con nuevos amigos.
Con nuovi amici.
David Hellman,
la cui arte sia probabilmente ricordata da Bride.
cuyo arte expresivo seguramente recuerdes por Braid, y Nick
Nel cui umorismo e creatività potresti aver riso di cardo.
que con su humor y creatividad probablemente te ha hecho soltar más de una risa con Carto. Con nuestra visión creativa...
La nostra visione creativa. Vogliamo offrirti
traerles
qualcosa
algo
che
que se
sia
sienta fresco y
fresco
ligero. Ojalá les guste
disinvolto.
este nuevo vistazo a Ranger. A Role Puzzling Adventure.
In a Ranger, you play as Gemma, a slightly chaotic young woman who's looking to venture out beyond the overly cozy confines of her hometown. Always been a bit of a misfit, which isn't helped by the strange way that she moves through the world. As she moves, objects on the same row or column move with her, and if she gets to the edge of the gameplay grid, she loops around to the other side. We use this core set of mechanics in a wide variety of interesting ways throughout the adventure, never hesitating on any one idea for too long, to keep things feeling breezy, playful, and respectful of your time. The entire game world exists on a sprawling, interconnected grid, on which you'll find towns full of lovable weirdos to chat with and advance the story. Wilderness spaces to navigate full of optional puzzles and exciting mysteries. And dungeons teeming with monsters to puzzle your way past. Or through. Told through expressive comic-style cutscenes. We follow Gemma on her journey of self-discovery. Heading out beyond the walls of her town, she soon discovers a beautiful, inspiring world. But also one ruled by fear and a strange, immovable force called the Static. Can she disrupt a culture of stagnation? And find a place to fit into it? Find out in a new type of role puzzling game when a Ranger launches on July 25th.
There's never been a bigger red herring than the developer name Cozy Game Pals, because their idea of cozy is a little twisted. Here's your world premiere first look at the very first release from Blumhouse Games.
Amy? Are you okay? Do you see anyone?
Nah, it's totally empty. I hope the board looks as creepy as I imagine. Let's go. With hands entwined and hearts aligned, we seek the realm of the undefined.
What was that?
Don't worry, Viv. If any ghosts actually show up, I'll protect you.
Amy! Oh, I've got to get out of here. Where did you go? Hello? Amy!
Just go home, Viv.
I'll save you, no matter what.
Don't worry, Viv. Everything is going to be spectacular. I'm happy here. So happy.
A few months ago, this next game appeared on the interwebs out of nowhere. It mystified us. It seems like a novelty at first, but then you realize just how profound its mechanics and rendering engine are. From Crescent Moon Games and those dang games, this is Screenbound, a game.
Hey guys, it's Josh Precison, and I'm the game director of Screenbound. Today we'll be talking with Kyle McKeever, who's the game developer. We'll be talking about the game's mechanics, how it started, and how it's going.
Hi, my name is Kyle McKeever, and I'm the developer of Screenbound. And Josh, you and I have been working together on Screenbound for a couple months now. Do you want to talk about the idea of how Screenbound came to be?
So I was watching a video of someone playing a Game Boy, and I don't know why it came to mind exactly, but just seeing the image of someone holding a device in their hand with an environment in the background and something happening on the screen made me think, how could you link this all together into a game where you're playing on the screen and you've got a 3D environment and they're both linked? It started with a little prototype of just a character holding the device, having an endless running motion and jumping at the same time as seeing it in 2D and 3D.
And then the other part of it was the controls from the prototype. They weren't set in place.
I think we were having this problem where you're exploring this world but only facing forward, and you can move side to side, but you're only looking in front of you. So at first we're like, okay, maybe we can just do a 180 so you can at least go backwards, because we were constantly moving forward in 3D space. So we tried that. That felt a little weird. And then at that point I was like, you know what? Since most of the games out there that people are familiar with are first-person shooter games, why don't we try FPS controls? And then you implemented an FPS controller and kept the 2D essentially the same, and for some reason it just miraculously worked. So the device itself that you use in Screenbound is a quantum device. How that works in the context of the game is that the 2D world that's presented on the screen is actually projecting an environment as a 3D world, which is also how it works in the level editor, because the level editor is 2D, and once you finish your level, or you're finished working on it, it actually builds the entire 3D geometry out and creates a 3D world. Both dimensions are equally important, and you have to be paying attention to both to get anywhere in the game, because first of all, the enemies are in 2D. So if you're walking along in 3D and you're not looking at the screen, you're going to die probably within 5 to 10 seconds, because you're going to be hit by an enemy. You're going to see some distortion effect on the screen, and that's where like the two dimensions meet, and you're going to get pushed back and you're going to lose some health from your battery bar. But immediately you're going to realize that you can't play one or the other dimension. You have to be paying attention to both.
when I'm testing and developing, if I lose track of the 2D side, I'm always running into enemies. And that's how you die. The biggest risk in 3D is literally falling. It's pretty clear cut though, because everything translates fairly one-to-one. If there's like pixelated grass in the 2D world, there's going to be grass in the 3D world. Same with trees.
Yeah, all that stuff crosses over except some of the puzzle elements or some of the things you only see in 2D or you only see in 3D, like the fan.
C'è che ormai i Game Boy sono passati molto tempo fa i Game Boy.
Survive threats by focusing on the 2D side.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll talk soon.
Our next game takes what you might consider a dream job and adds a heap of dread. You play as a zookeeper tending to animals, except something is terribly wrong. Developed by an international team at Clapperheads, this is Zoocosis. And I promise you've never seen giraffes like this before.
You think they're cute? I don't. You've all been to the zoo, and each of you has your favorite animals. But
Non
do
so
you
finché
know what
appunto mi
happened here at
converrebbe.
night behind closed doors? I'm Valentin Shukin, the lead game designer of the Zoocosis game, and I invite you to become a night zookeeper.
Ah, si sono basati su quello per il prossimo gioco che vedremo.
Oh, are you finally awake?
C'è un animale dello zoo come l'ippopotamo. Però un po' più horror, già vedendolo così.
You have nothing to worry about. What was that?
Cosa stai facendo?
That you're not ready to know about yet.
The plot of Zoocosis was written in the best traditions of the thriller and horror genres. We aim to create
Ma quanti anni
dark
avrà questa
atmosphere,
ragazzina?
the best traditions.
In the works that you're not ready to know about yet.
The plot of Zoocosis.
Infomina. Clappershade. Quanti anni avrà questa ragazzina? Una ventina d'anni.
Was written in the best traditions of the thriller and horror genres. We aim to create a dark atmosphere resembling the works of Hans Giger, Lovecraft, and Edgar Allan Poe. We achieve this through lighting placement, color correction, textures, and environmental props.
This is our mobile veterinary station. Here you'll be mixing medications for our animals.
Are they sick?
Well, they can be. We need to closely monitor the health of the animals. We have some quite rare specimens.
The mutation, the parasite, and the infection that's happening to these animals, it's kind of like reprogramming their biology.
Madonna.
The giraffe head acting like a large anaconda, slithering with its jaw unhinged, try to bite.
Mi verrebbe già voglia di prendere e scappare a gambe levate. Ma che mi ripeccasse quel mostro. Ah, ma cammina sopra la a fare della
animal having their own unique design in their mutation.
Sopra i condotti
There
dell'aria.
also will be many endings in the game. Each of the endings depends on the choices made by the player during the game. Planning out all the endings was quite challenging. We dedicated a substantial amount of time structuring the paths and dialogues into a unified framework to ensure seamless functionality.
Every zookeeper is entitled to a service car. This one's mine. If you perform well tonight, you'll get one in the morning. Is that your wife? Should I tell her you're staying here for the night? Keep in mind, I'll lock you in until morning.
Your main goal will be to save the edibles, including infected ones that have turned into mutants. Save them and save yourself.
Oh.
We really hope that you will enjoy the Zoocosis release in this
I
summer.
pinguini.
Wishlist it on Steam and
Praticamente
follow us
questo
on
è...
social media. Thank you so much.
Praticamente questo gioco è stato preso tutto dallo zoo. Tra i pinguini, l'ippopotamo e tutti gli animali che abbiamo visto fino adesso. stato riportato all'incirca come questo. Interessante come cosa. È incredibile come fare una cosa da tutti i giorni, come vedere gli animali veri e poi dopo ritrasformarli in videogioco. Forte come cosa.
Much for the support. See ya.
Why are you so jumpy?
L'uomo lì peggio del controllore. Sono sopra il pullman.
Follow us on social media. Thank you so much for the support. See ya.
Cioè, così è peggio del controllore. Neanche il controllore ti segue in questo modo quando vado a prendere il vabbè, non il becco con quelli che becco. Però, visto così, biglietto!
Why are you so jumpy?
And that's the game. Except not quite. Because see, in While Waiting by Optilusion Games, waiting is always an option, but not the whole story. And that's what I like about our next title. It's more than meets the eye. See what mischief you can get up to while waiting.
Hi everyone, I'm Dom, the founder of Optilusion Games.
We're
a game studio based in Irvine. Today I'm thrilled to reintroduce our latest game, While Waiting. While Waiting is a game about waiting for things to happen, waiting for the bus, waiting for the traffic,
Ovviamente è tutt'altro
waiting
stile.
for the line to move. Follow our main character Adam as he waits his way through the various scenarios of everyday life. Maybe you
Sembrano,
want to be a well-behaved kid.
con gioco sembrano dei disegni fatti a matita, fatti in questo.
And embody good old-fashioned patience? Or perhaps you want to get up to a little tomfoolery. Or maybe a lot of it. For people who really want to do something, we can
Il
find your own
gabinetto
way
per
to
caso è
kill the
rotto,
time.
si è
We
spaccato
also
in mille
have
pezzi.
prepared a list of meaningless challenges to help you waste it. If they're too hard or maybe not your cup
Mi
of
fa
tea,
impazzire
that's okay.
però questi, non
We
li
also
porterei
have a
mai in
very,
live
very
una cosa del
helpful
genere.
fidget button, specially
Lo vedo
designed for
troppo
you. Just
leggeri.
press it. Explore over 100 hand-painted levels, each chock full of mini-games, fun little interactions, Easter eggs. And since you should definitely not games, fun little explore over 100 hand-painted levels, each chock full of mini-games, fun little interactions, Easter eggs.
Questo serpentino sembra
Levels, each chock full of mini-games, fun little interactions, Easter eggs.
no, palle.
Over 100 hand-painted levels, each chock full of mini-games, fun little interactions, Easter eggs.
Questo serpentino sembrava quando magari prendevo il telefono di mamma, però ovviamente quelli ancora a tastiera. E non dovevi fargli mordere la coda, altrimenti perdevi.
And things you should definitely not try in your daily life. Don't worry about Adam though, he's a tough little guy. Get to know his family, his friends, and his victims as you follow Adam's life from birth to death.
Peccato, è occupato, potrei richiudere la porta.
As with every mundane thing in between. But do
Vabbè.
remember, your goal is to waste
Ah,
nothing
per il
else.
prossimo.
Add to waitlist. wish list.
During the
Ma
selection
quanto può
process,
essere
this
stupido
next
però.
game really caught my eye.
Non
It's got
vedere la
cyberpunk
pozzanghera a
vibes, horror
terra
vibes, ghost
e caderci
vibes,
come uno
all the
stupido.
vibes. With this game, Toronto-based developer Rocket Adrift really captured something unique.
Sono molto ripresi tipologie di giochi come tipo i Game Boy, quelle robe lì.
Psychroma is a cyberpunk horror game.
Cyberpunk?
One of the concepts that we wanted to really emphasize was identity, what it means to be who you are, and how horrific it might be if that was stripped from you. The protagonist has amnesia. You don't know who you are.
The idea of losing yourself, it seems like it should be the one thing that can't be taken away from you.
Naturalmente non supereremo le 2 oggi, perché comunque domani devo alzarmi presto, quindi non supereremo le 2.
We wanted to set the game into a kind of cyberpunk future. We were really interested in the paranormal concepts and the more grounded future technology. Cyberpunk has a lot of themes that fit well with the story that we wanted to tell. The idea of what makes humans human, having your environment really impact who you are and what you're dealing with, this kind of dystopian future. That's kind of horrific in itself.
In our main character, Hayes, we also decided to make them non-binary and biracial. Part of that is what creates a rift in their ability to connect with other people. And so Psychroma was a great way for me to explore that part of myself, and not being black enough for the black community and obviously not white passing. And I've never really been able to explore that or really talk about that openly until now, I think. We like to write from our own perspectives, and I feel like that's really helpful for a certain kind of player that's looking for that in their narrative-driven games. It really is amazing to see people interact with the media you made and get it. For anyone else out there that's looking to make impactful indie games, it's going to be hard, but the feeling that you get when you get that game into someone's hands, there's nothing else like it, and for me, it's way worth it.
It's time to get cozy, and this game is about as cozy as it gets, because it's about houses, just not quite in the way you'd expect. By Tanant Games, this is Building Relationships.
สวัสดีครับชื่อธนัท ปุษยางกูลครับจากกรุงเทพมหานคร
Queste cose. Traduciamo anche quello che dice lui. Ciao, mi chiamo Tanete Bonzi, da Phuket, Thailandia.
And I'm here to show you probably the most stupid game you'll see.
Ah no, era solo la presentazione. Aspetta. Pensavo che parlasse tutto nella sua lingua thailandese. No, siamo più...
See all day today. It's a silly adventure game where you play as a house on a date. And it's called Building Relationships. Take a look. In this game, you'll find yourself as a new arrival on the island. You'll be exploring the area,
Molto
moving
tranquilla
around
comunque.
just like a real house.
Cioè, fino
Here's a bunch
alla
of
parte
wacky
di
structures you
ieri
can meet.
che avevamo
Like
visto
Mitt,
non
who's
era,
a friendly apartment,
era
here
un
to
po' più,
help introduce you to the others.
è un po' più, cioè,
Or
un po' più
Millie,
particolare, invece che
who's
questa è un
this
po' più
tall
tranquilla.
windmill that might just step on you if you ask them nicely. You'll also find these chesters hiding around the island. They're not looking for a date, they're in a very complicated polycule, but they'll help you unlock new abilities like jumping and wave dashing. If you're looking
Ma
for a break,
la
there's
grafica
a bunch of
sicuramente
fishing
di sto
spots
gioco
around the
non
island.
fa impazzire per
Though the
niente.
local wildlife might not be what you expected.
Cioè, la vedi troppo pixellosa. Sembra un gioco degli anni 70, 80, quando le grafiche non erano
Oh,
più
it looks like there's a
bellissime.
few questions on stream. Let me take a look. Is this a dating sim? Not exactly. There's some dating elements, but the story all takes place in one day. So think of it more like a short hike, but stupid. Are you okay? No. Is my mother proud of me? No.
Poi anche la
Can you have
musica
sex
ti
with me? No.
come l'hai
But
messa.
there is some plans for DLC because just like in real life, you have to pay extra for that.
An unexpected adventure awaits in building relationships. Wishes now on Steam.
No, non aveva molto voglia
What am I
di
doing with my
fare
life?
così la qualità
Last summer, Day of the Devs
grafica.
featured a little known game that celebrates the everyday and turns it into something therapeutic.
Viene molta
It became an
voglia.
absolute hit, and we're oh so happy to world premiere their latest DLC.
Hello, I'm Annie.
Sembra più un video
And this is Lucas.
TikTok.
Here we are, working hard, finding stars for a little to the left. It's a game where you solve
Yes.
puzzles by organizing household items. We think it's neat that there are different
Evento
ways to arrange
speciale.
things. In our game, you find stars with each arrangement that you discover. And we really leaned into this idea for our new DLC.
Niente
A
che mi
little to the
attira.
left, Seeing Stars.
Per il momento.
Seeing Stars is all about multiple solutions. There are 33 new levels and 5 additional bonus levels to unlock. Some levels have up to 5 different ways to
Questo
solve
con gli
them.
origami
In total, there are 100 stars to
non è
discover.
no. proprio-
We've introduced interactive items that fold, flap, stick, stack, smash, and bounce. We've got the classic organizational puzzles, of course, and solutions that range from easy to tricky. There's a lot to be excited about, but the best thing of all might just be more cats.
I gatti che ti seguono con la
Look to the left,
mattina mentre
Seeing
passi col
Stars,
mouse.
available June 25th.
Have you ever wanted to play a game forever? In Hello Again, developed
Di
by the
giochi
folks at Soup
sicuramente
Island,
non li porterei
you'll
mai sul
delve
mio
into ancient
canale.
ruins, and thanks to a strange time loop affecting the island you're on, you'll have plenty of time to
Cioè,
explore
li vedi,
every
li
inch.
vedi di più da
Hello again.
giocatori
My name is Dwight Davis,
singolo.
and I'm the sole developer behind Hello Again, which is a game about being trapped in the world's coziest
Tipo,
time loop.
tipo i ragazzini quando non sanno che fare.
In Hello Again, you play as a diligent postal worker who is assigned the task of delivering a package
Tutti
to a
sti
remote island.
minigiochi.
One shipwreck later, you awaken stranded on the island and trapped inside an unexplained 12-hour time loop. The 3 core pillars of Hello Again are exploration, conversation, and puzzle solving. This is a dense game with lots of strange locations and phenomena, so a lot of your experience will consist of walking around and filling your journal with observations. As you explore, you'll discover that everything runs on a clock, from the weather, to the tides, to the ancient circuits that power the ruins littered across the island. As you play, you'll also unearth a forgotten story about the people who populated this island thousands of years ago. Since the islanders have no idea that they're bound to a time loop, you can use your ever-expanding knowledge to help and/or manipulate them so you can reach your goals. So, in short, what happens when you mix the gameplay and mechanics of Outer Wilds with the vibes of Animal Crossing and the small town feel of Groundhog Day? The answer is hello again, coming in 2025.
So our next title, Tom the Post Girl, is a narrative adventure game by Zurich-based studio Oopsie Daisies. And aptly named, as Tom, our main character, has plenty of oopsie daisies of her own in this game. It has a twisted sense of humor and offers choices that'll leave you wondering, should I have done that? Yeah, it's probably fine. If you're looking to connect with your inner voyeur, this is the game for you.
Hello, we're the Oopsie Daisies, a small studio from Switzerland, and we are here to present you our debut title, Tom the
uno
Post Girl.
studio in Svizzera. Tom the Post. Visto così sembra molto da... tranquillo, questo da telefono.
Accompany Tom on her
né da
duties delivering
Xbox
packages to
né
the
altre
deranged
cose.
villagers.
E
And
volendo
discover
lo
a great
potrei
deal,
caricare
perhaps too much,
tranquillamente.
about the locals. Her approach, although controversial, is highly effective, intense
Play
and obsessive
Store.
stalking.
As you'll
Mentre
follow
per
her, you'll
Android.
witness a wide variety of scenes, each more disturbing and chaotic than the last one. But is that really gonna stop you from continuing to do so?
Quite the opposite.
We were
Mi
inspired
piace
by
lo
the
stile
Little Red
horror
Riding Hood,
leggero.
which you can recognize in the main protagonist, Tom. We then used her curiosity and exaggerated it to the max, turning her into a stalking post girl.
We had a lot of fun creating this very strange, unique, hand-drawn environment for you to explore, and hope that you'll also enjoy stalking around in it.
Magari con un telefono, con un tablet. Non sembra ancora giocabile, però non lo metterei mai su Steam, una roba del genere.
We're calling to all
Tom
fans
the
of creepy
Post
cute
Girl.
narrative games.
If you're curious to follow the development of Tom, make sure to stalk us on social media.
And of course, wishlist the game on Steam. Bye!
Bye.
This next game is
Va
based in
bene, adesso
Jakarta,
ci ho appena
and it's
salutato
full of lots of life stuff.
il team
Happiness,
della
sorrow,
Svizzera di
music.
Tom.
It's
Questo
called
gioco si
Afterlove
chiamerebbe
EP, and
Tom.
it's awesome.
Hello, my name is Sasha, and I'm the lead narrative designer of the upcoming narrative game Afterlove EP. This game is about a musician in Jakarta who hears the voice of his girlfriend after her death.
Come on, Nama, get
Però,
up!
brutto.
It will explore the theme of love, dealing with loss and grief, and finding your true self in the bustling city of Jakarta. This game was the golden child of my best friend, the late Fahmi Hasni, who sadly passed away in March 2022.
Brutto.
And
Capita,
I
ma
know
brutto
how much he loved
sicuramente.
this project, and he would want the world to listen to this story. So we are more than honored to pick up the torch and continue his legacy. Fahmi loved Jakarta very much. I'm always the introvert side of our friendship duo, and he was always the one who took me to all the wonderful places in Jakarta I used to never know about. And most of those places
Ma
were
perlomeno non
intelligent,
devo stare lì a
places
tradurvelo.
where he loved
Ed è già
ramen,
qualcosa. Anche se
he
parla
would
nella
get
sua
his coffee,
lingua
or like where he would meet his
originale.
friends or music.
Poi in
I've
inglese un
enjoyed
po'
exploring those places in the game, like we used to do.
in giapponese, però non è un inglese perfetto.
We've had the pleasure of working with
Ma
a
nessuno lo pretende in questo
wonderful
canale.
cities band from Jakarta, Alfalfa. They are very brilliant. Sorry, I can't really help fangirling about them. Like, they are so good. And Alfalfa will be making the soundtrack for Afterlife EP, including the music Rama plays in the rhythm game.
Un altro gioco
We are also
da
really happy to be working
Play
with
Store.
our main artist, Soyato. Soyato has breathed life into our characters with his very distinctive art style and also his love for the underground music scene. We don't have the release date yet, but we expect it to be released around October this year. So please bear with us a little longer, and thank you so much for your support.
Anche su Steam, Xbox, PS4.
We all need a good mystery to unravel.
No, non
And the
avrei
team
mai
at
fatto una
European
cosa del
developer
genere.
Telegram Studios aims to please with their upcoming game, Phoenix Springs. In this neo-noir adventure, you'll search for your lost brother while navigating a captivating world with one of the most striking color palettes I've ever seen.
Hi, I'm Jigme Oyser, co-founder of Telegram Studio, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to our mystery adventure game, Phoenix Springs.
When I finally find him, my brother makes me promise not to go to the Oasis. So, of course, it's where I end up.
You play as Iris Dormer, a reporter whose search for a brother leads her to this beautiful yet eerie desert oasis named Phoenix Springs.
It is a beautiful place to explore. Life is slow. The air is clean.
La musica fa un po' venire l'inquietudine
But should I
di
stop
sto
looking for
gioco.
answers?
We call it a modern point-and-click game. It feels like one of the classic of the 90s that we know and love. But the key difference is that you don't hold objects in your inventory. What you have instead are thoughts and concepts and ideas, like a detective pinboard, and you have to connect them with the world around you or mention them in conversations in order to progress. The game has been in development for 7 years now. We're a small team of 3, and one of the biggest challenges was trying to crack the art style, which is a combination of 3D and traditional 2D hand-drawn animation and illustration. Over the last year, we've been incredibly lucky to be able to take the game on the road. Places like South by Southwest Sydney, the London Games Festival, or IndieX in Lisbon, where he won the award for Best Art Direction. But really what we saw, the value of these events like Day of the Devs, it's not just being able to get the games in front of players, but really connect with other developers, especially in small teams, who might be facing the same challenges you do.
I will never stop looking for answers.
The game is set to release on September the 16th, 2024 on Steam, so you know what to do. And in the meantime, on behalf of the whole team, thanks again to Day of the Devs, and we really can't wait to welcome you all into this little world that we created for you.
Road 96, Lost in Harmony, 1111, Memories Retold. Developer Digix Art out of France has had a pretty prolific run, and we're so very proud to world premiere their very next game. Spoiler alert, it has a lot of water.
Accettiamo anche gli spoiler.
Hi everyone, we are Alicia and Ayub from Jigsaw.
Here is the project that we've been working on for the past 3 years since Road 96.
We are really excited to present to you our new game, Light of Tomorrow.
So get ready to be surprised and enjoy the show.
Welcome to Pleasure
Carino. La grafica un po' meno.
You okay? You're not gonna die, right?
You'll learn what it costs to steal from Obin.
I hope it's the right one.
They have the same
No,
clothes.
per conto mio la grafica c'è molto da rielaborare, mi sembra un po' spento. Nonostante qua sia già in HD.
Your friend escaped with my Ozen, and now you'll pay for it.
Cioè, ammazzarlo direttamente così mi sembra un po' zerato.
С нами вместе в космос улетай.